We'll sort this out for you.
Thank you very much. I am a little stressed.
Welcome to a travel day vlog where in this video I'm going to be flying from London Heathrow to LAX. Hi everyone, how's life and welcome to another one of my videos. So yes, as you can see, I am currently at Terminal 3 here at London Heathrow and I'm going to be flying with Virgin Atlantic, which you can see over there, all the way to LAX. I'm going to be spending almost 2 weeks there. It's actually more like, I want to say 10, 11 days. And I'm mainly going there to go to Disneyland because Disneyland has recently started its 70th anniversary celebrations. Looks amazing, very exciting. Now, although I'm flying solo to LAX and I will be spending about 3 or 4 days on my own there, my friend Simone, Money Mouse on YouTube, will be joining me for the majority of the trip, which I'm really looking forward to as well. I've got my suitcase here as well. I'm just taking one suitcase with me. I think it makes sense for 10 days. And yes, as I mentioned, I am flying with Virgin Atlantic and Premium Economy, which I'm really looking forward to. So without further ado, there's our entrance for Virgin Atlantic. Let's head in and check in. And it doesn't look too busy this morning. There's the premium check-in area in the middle. But no, seriously, this is pretty quiet. I remember last time I flew out to LAX from London Heathrow was in August of 2024 and this area was packed. Like, it was so busy that I remember receiving a text from Virgin Atlantic, or it may have been from Heathrow, asking me to not get to the airport too early because of how jam-packed it was in here. But yeah, today seems pretty quiet here, so hopefully it should be a very seamless check-in experience. Well, I just checked in, got rid of my suitcase as well. It feels nice to just have my backpack here. But yeah, my suitcase currently weighs about 17.5 kilos, and I believe the weight limit is 24, so I've got enough space to maybe buy some merchandise from the 70th anniversary. Very much looking forward to checking all of that out. And also, make sure you subscribe because there'll be plenty of Disneyland California vlogs coming up. But because it's a pretty quiet flight, and I mean, just based on what the airport is like right now as well, Terminal 3, I feel like there's not going to be too many people on this flight. I do want to just go and ask about upgrading and just see what they say, how much it is to upgrade to upper class. Because if it's not too much, maybe I'll do it. It's a long flight and it would be lovely to be able to sleep a little bit. But I'm going to go and check first. Have your fingers crossed for me.
A few minutes later.
Well, I did it. It happened. It was basically £720 to upgrade from Premium Economy, where I had originally booked, to upper class. And £720 obviously is a lot of money. However, when you compare it to what an upper class ticket would be like generally, I actually checked for today. It's about £10,000 any of the flights that you would take with the Virgin Atlantic today. Same thing tomorrow if you were to get the same flight that I'm doing, over £10,000. So £720, considering I actually booked my Premium Economy tickets with my points, is almost a bargain. Like, even the staff member working for Virgin said, you've got a really good deal. I cannot believe it. I didn't expect to be flying upper class today, but here we are. I'm about to go through security. We've got fast pass for it as well, and fast pass, fast track for it. And so yeah, I'll see you on the other side. Well, security was nice and quick. I am now on the other side, hoping to make my way to the lounge because I have access to the Virgin Atlantic lounge now. The only slightly sad thing is that, as you can see, the time is currently 8:24 in the morning, and my flight is at 9:55, so that's in an hour and a half. And had I known that I would be flying upper class today, I would have gotten here earlier to make the most of it, but it's okay. Even if I could just hop into the lounge for a little bit, I'll be happy. The main thing for me, honestly, is the fact that I'll be able to actually sleep because, like I said, this is a long flight. I think it's going to be about 12 hours, and I have never flown upper class or business class or anything like that from London to Los Angeles, and I've always wanted to. It's been a dream of mine, so I'm so excited about this flight now. So yeah, let's make our way to the Virgin Atlantic lounge, which is in the H area. Honestly, still can't believe I'm flying upper class with Virgin today. I had visions of me just chilling here for a little bit, maybe grabbing something from Pret for breakfast, but nope. We are going to a lounge today. Oh, cannot wait. And our gate won't be shown until, I think, 5 minutes past 9, so I'll have a good half an hour in the lounge. And there you go, in case you're interested as to where the lounge is. It's up there. Down here we've got the American Airlines lounge, and then up there is Virgin Atlantic's Clubhouse. And look at this little exhibition or display they have going on here. So it says, Flying in Style, 40 years of designer uniforms. This year we celebrate our 40th birthday. We may not look a day over 20, but there are some things that just keep you looking young, like stylish uniforms. And yeah, you can see some of the different uniforms that crew members have worn on Virgin Atlantic. Very cool. There you go. That one's launched in 1999. And here are some of the outfits. Carrying on, launched in 1991. So yeah, this is actually really cool, going through the history of it. Even as far as showing some of the accessories over here. And then we get all the way back to 1984 here, the Arabella pollen design. Yeah, this is very cool at the entrance of the lounge. But yeah, here we are in the Virgin Atlantic Clubhouse, voted as, I believe, the best lounge of any airlines, I think maybe a year or so ago. And it doesn't look too busy here either. You can kind of tell that it's not a particularly busy day here at Virgin Atlantic, at least not for the flight from London Heathrow to LAX. And I feel very lucky about it, but I might sit down for a little bit. Maybe I'll get something to eat. Before I do that though, I wanted to show you this beautiful model of one of the Virgin ships. It's the Scarlet Lady, and let me know in the comments down below, have you ever been on a Virgin cruise? And yeah, there's a reason that the Virgin Clubhouse is one of the best lounges out of any airlines, because look at this. Firstly, it's huge, very, very big. Also, the number of seats they have, the different varieties of seats they have as well. Like, look at this space over here. You can do some yoga if you want. This place feels very zen. And then I really like this swing with all the flowers and plants around it. They also have slightly more private areas over there where you can also watch the runway. Of course, they have a full bar if you're interested to get a drink before your flight. Here's another view of the main area with the bar over there. And then they also have some, I guess, proper tables or high chairs, I would say, where you can order yourself a drink or some food. This one says scan for champagne or whatever you fancy. And whilst you can order yourself some table service meals, they also have a little buffet area here, so you can get yourself some fruits. They've also got a selection of smoothies over here and yogurt, nuts, some hams as well. Oh, smoked trout, wow. They also have these lovely booths. I suppose if you're a bigger group or if you just, fancy having a nice booth like this, then I think it's one of the ones that you can reserve in advance. And then there's even an upstairs area, which I'm not going to go to right now, but you can go up there and also actually go outside and have a look at the planes going past. But for now, I found myself a lovely seat over here with a nice view of the runway in the distance. And I thought I would quickly show you what they have on offer for breakfast in case you're interested. So they have a fruit salad, fresh grapefruit, that sounds lovely, buttermilk waffle, you can get yourself toast, you can get yourself eggs on toast, eggs benedict, eggs royale, sounds lovely as well, full-on English breakfast. I don't like the fact that they show you the calories though, I have to say. You've got a veggie breakfast, paratha, crushed avocado, plant-based sausage breakfast roll as well, or a non-plant-based one, sausage breakfast roll, and then a grilled bacon breakfast roll. Look at the calories on that. And then drink-wise, they have a selection of soft drinks, Coke, Diet Coke, lemonade, sodas, also hot drinks, which I think is going to be what I'm going to go for. I kind of just want a coffee. And then a selection of beer, spirits, bubbles, wines, etc. Even cocktails. Let's have a look at the cocktails actually, just out of curiosity. So yeah, there you go. They've got a spritz down there, a Bellini, Bloody Mary, quite a lot going on. Well, I just ordered myself a latte. I'm looking forward to it. And I've still got at least 15-20 minutes in this lounge. So yeah, still can't get over the fact that I'm here. And just like that, my latte has arrived. Looks lovely. Tastes pretty good too. And I decided not to get any food, any breakfast, because I know we'll be fed on the actual plane and I'm just not very hungry right now. I don't generally eat anything this early in the morning. But coffee, I can enjoy any time of the day. We have been given a gate now, gate number 21, so I'm making my way there. And it says here we're very close, between 1 and 5 minutes. However, I feel like we might be stopped here for a little bit of time because it looks a little bit congested. Yeah, not sure what's happening. So just gonna wait until we can actually go in. All good. They finally opened up the gates and we can go through. Time-wise, in case you're interested, it's currently about 9:15 a.m. Like I said, our flight isn't until 9:55, so good going. And you can kind of see our plane over there. We have just made it to gate number 21. And the cool thing is, I can go through Sky Priority.
A few minutes later.
Okay, so hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll sort this out for you.
Thank you very much. I am a little bit stressed.
20 minutes later.
So I'm on the plane and in my seat, and as you might be able to see, I'm in premium economy. I'm in my original seat again because Virgin messed up big time. And honestly, kudos to the staff members. Everyone's been really kind and apologetic, but yeah, it's a long story. I'll probably explain it a little bit later. I don't mind being here because look, nobody next to me, still very nice and comfortable, and I'm going to get my money refunded. But wow, that was a stressful 20 minutes, and I felt bad for all the people working here. But like I said, everyone's very nice. They were like, it's obviously not your fault, and they were just trying to figure out what had happened. Basically, the gist of it is that I paid for the upgrade, but then the ticket that was given to me was actually somebody else's name. I should have checked. I mean, I just assumed it would be my name because obviously I paid for it. They had my passport, they saw my name, but clearly that person at the ticket desk made a mistake and gave me the wrong ticket for somebody else entirely. Wow, so stressed. I have never had something like this happen to me on a flight before. It was legitimately very stressful. Like, I don't even mind the seat. Oh, like, look at this. Like, this is lovely and comfortable. I've got loads of leg room, nobody next to me, but I just don't know how all of that happened. But again, shout out to the Virgin staff members, the crew especially, so kind. I didn't get the crew member's name, but there was a crew member waiting with me at the door before everything was sorted out. And she was so kind. She was like, you know, we'll sort you out. Maybe Virgin can do some kind of compensation for you later because of the mess up that they've done. And we'll see. I mean, obviously, I'm just happy that I'm going to be getting my money refunded. I am annoyed about the stress that this caused because, oh, Lord have mercy. I had people, whilst I was here on the plane with a crew member, I had somebody call my phone asking me where I was because obviously I had somebody else's ticket, so they didn't realize that I'd already been through. Do you know what I mean? And then I think the captain called. Like, it was just so many things going off trying to look for me when I was already on the plane, all because of a mistake. I took a chance. I was happy. I thought it worked, but then it just caused a lot of stress. Jokes aside, it's fine. I just needed a little bit of time to calm down because I was truly quite stressed. Like, at one point I didn't think I would even be able to fly, you know? For some reason I was feeling guilty as well because that's just what I do, even though it wasn't my fault. It was a mistake on whoever upgraded me earlier. They got the wrong name. I have no idea how you can do that though. Like, when you give somebody your passport, I don't understand how on earth they would have then given me the wrong ticket, and I just don't understand what happened there. But oh, Lord have mercy. So basically the reason that I can't be in upper class is that it's actually full. It is full. So I, again, no clue what happened, why they thought that it was empty, why, like, you know what, actually, when I upgraded and paid that £720, they even asked me where I wanted, like the staff member at the airport asked where I would prefer to be, whether I would prefer a window seat or an aisle seat. So she gave me the impression that I have options, and yet upper class is fully booked. But as you can see, premium economy is not fully booked, and I've got the 2 seats next to me empty, which is great. Anyway, I guess I have to wait a little bit longer to hopefully get my dream of flying upper class from here to LAX one day. That's fine.
The aisles and exits need to be kept clear. So, if there is anything you haven't put in the overhead lockers, put them under the seat in front of you.
It's really important that your seatbelt is securely fastened. If it isn't, push the 2 ends together until they click. Then tighten it by pulling the strap like this. In upper class, seats are equipped with an additional shoulder harness that clips to the waist belt.
Remember
like
upper class?
this.
We're about to take off. About 10-15 minutes. You can see over there it says we've got 9 hours and 45 minutes left now. I am planning on hopefully sleeping for the majority of the flight because I'm really tired, and especially after the massive stress of the flight this morning, I feel like I need it. But for now, a lovely crew member just came and offered me a drink, and I decided to go for an orange juice. So cheers. Let's hope there's not going to be any more stressful events happening today. And I wanted to quickly show you the menu as well for today's flight. So it says over here, after takeoff, as a starter, you can have hummus with pomegranate and tabbouleh salad. For your main course, you have a choice of chicken tikka masala or panko-coated cod goujons, or vegetarian option, which is tomato and mascarpone-filled pasta. And then you've got a strawberry dessert over there, which I'm definitely not going to get, or cheeses. But yeah, I think I'm going to go for the chicken tikka masala and have a little bit of a nap until then. And there you go. Got my meal over here. We've got the starter on the left-hand side. This is my main course, which is chicken tikka masala. Like I said, I'll show it to you when I open it. Got some cheese on the side, some bread and butter. I decided to just get some water, and then that's the strawberry dessert. And there you go. This is the chicken tikka masala. Smells pretty good. We've also got our iconic Virgin Atlantic salt and pepper shakers. Let's quickly give this chicken tikka masala a go. Yeah, that's really good. The sauce is lovely. I'm going to enjoy this now and get back to you once I'm done. Well, it's about... Maybe we're going through turbulence, but I was about to say, it's about an hour since I last spoke to you. I really enjoyed my lunch, the chicken tikka masala, really delicious, and just now a lovely crew member came and offered some snacks.
You can see the seatbelt signs are coming on again as we are passing your 10 minutes. This is nothing to
Yeah, I'm
worry
feeling the
about.
turbulence.
Your seat can open for your blankets or duets. Thank you. Cabin crew take seats. Cabin crew, take your seats.
So yeah, the turbulence is so bad that they just asked all the crew members to also take their seats. It's pretty bad, but I was gonna say they did come just before the announcement and gave everybody who wanted one a little magnum, which I'm probably gonna enjoy hopefully after the turbulence has passed.
20 minutes later.
Okay, well, not gonna lie, that was a little bit scary. We were in turbulence. Is that the saying? We had turbulence for almost 15 minutes and the seatbelt sign literally just went off. You might be able to hear it, and cabin crew are now back at it again. But yeah, that was pretty scary. Not the scariest turbulence I've ever experienced, but up there. I'm going to enjoy my ice cream now. Thankfully, it's still not melted. Also, if you can see in the background over there, we've only got about 6.5 hours to go. Cheers. Okay, I'm all fed now. I've survived a really bad turbulence. I think it's time to get some sleep, so I'll speak to you, who knows, maybe in a few hours? Well, good morning. I say good morning. It's currently about 7:30 p.m. UK time, and I don't know, something like maybe 11 o'clock in the morning California time. I slept the majority of the journey, which is exactly what I was hoping for. Now, don't get me wrong, it wasn't the smoothest sleep. I did wake up often, every maybe half an hour or so I would wake up. There was also turbulence a couple of more times. Never quite as bad as it was that first time, but obviously when it was turbulence as well, I would just naturally wake up because of it. But yeah, we've got less than an hour to go now. I'm excited. It's been overall a pretty good flight. I will say about an hour or so ago there was an afternoon tea service. I did feel the crew members go past me and I did wake up as well, but decided against it. I wasn't hungry and I prioritize sleep over food always when it comes to airplane travel. So yeah, just thought I would let you know though, in case you are doing the same route, there is an afternoon service. I think they gave out some sandwiches and some jams, scones, or scone, however you want to say it. But yeah, like I said, I skipped on it, but that means that I probably will be hungry, hopefully should be hungry later this evening, LA time, and maybe we can go to downtown Disney and get something to eat there. But for now, it's just a waiting game. The last stretch of the journey, 51 minutes to go. Well, we're about to land. You can see on the map we are so close to LAX now, and it says up there 6 minutes to go, and I am enjoying life listening to Hunchback of Notre Dame, but in French, and this is Topsy Turvy, one of my favorite songs. Yeah. It's 12:19 currently in LA, time at origin 2019, and 5 minutes to go. And I'm ready to be off this flight now. Thank you so much. Thank you again. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Just like that, I am in LA. You can see the Hollywood sign over there, obviously not the real one. I got my suitcase as well. Now, the queue for customs was very long. I think I was in that queue for about 50 minutes, 50. However, once I actually got to customs, it was nice and quick. But the queue was so long that by the time I actually got to baggage claim, most of the suitcases from the Virgin Atlantic flight I was on were actually off the conveyor thing. And there was a staff member there that announced quite loudly that if you're from the Virgin Atlantic flight from London here, don't worry, all your suitcases are here. And there was a lot. I panicked a little bit at first trying to find mine because I've just got a black suitcase. As you can see, I do have a couple of Disney stickers on it just to make it a bit more distinguishable. But yeah, thankfully there was no problem finding it. And now I'm about to head through the Hollywood sign, we're under it, and go and meet my driver from Diamond Driver Guy. Her name is Michelle today. And in case you're new here, in case this is your first time watching any of my videos, firstly, hi. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my videos. I appreciate you. But also, when it comes to getting from LAX to Disney or anywhere else in Anaheim or Los Angeles that you're staying at, my recommendation recommendation would be Diamond Driver Guy. Now, they're a private transfer company. This is going to be my third time using them today, actually, and they're safe, punctual, very friendly service as well. The cars are nice, and one thing I like about them as well is that in the price of your transfer, you also get about 35 minutes to go to either a Walmart or a Target, so basically a supermarket on your way to the hotel that you're staying at, just to do some grocery shopping, as Americans would say, which is nice, especially when you've just arrived. If you want to get some bottled water, coffees, things like that, just little snacks for your hotel room, then that's just part of the package that they give you. It's obviously going to be more expensive than if you were to get an Uber, but like I said, for me, I like the safety aspect of it, especially as a solo female traveler. I feel like if I was here with a friend or two, then I wouldn't mind getting an Uber too much, because an Uber would be quite a bit cheaper actually. Still not cheap, but you know, I would say an Uber probably would cost about $100, whereas this costs about $170 if I'm not mistaken. And with Diamond Driver Guy, you can literally head out any of the exits, like the closest one to you, and just give them a text and let them know which one you're at, and they'll come and pick you up at no matter which exit you've left out, which takes the stress away of trying to find, you know, the correct exit and things like that. Whereas with Uber, I think you actually have to go a little bit further out from where this airport is to be able to get picked up. just like that, I have made it to the Pixar Place Hotel here in Disneyland, and I've got a pretty good view as well. Let me show it to you. So this is the room, and here we've got the window. We are on the third floor, which is actually the second floor. Americans call it the third floor. You can see these beautiful palm trees here, and actually in front of us, we've got the park. So behind those trees, you might be able to spot the Ferris wheel, the very terrifying Pixar pal around. Oh, Incredicoaster just went past as well. This is pretty amazing, and this is the main entrance of the Pixar Place Hotel over here. Important to note that this is just a standard room, by the way, with a standard view. They also do offer some premium view rooms, which obviously cost a bit more, and I think they're just a little bit higher up in the building. So This is the 3rd floor, technically the 2nd floor. The premium views would probably be somewhere up, I don't know, on the 10th, 11th or 12th floor because this is quite a tall building. It's the cheapest of the 3 Disney hotels that they have here in Disneyland California Resort. So start with Pixar Place Hotel where I'm at right now. There's a comfortable sofa, by the way. It feels good to be sat down. Then you've got the Disneyland Hotel, which I've also stayed at a couple of times. And then the most expensive hotel to stay at Disney-wise here is the Disney Grand Californian, which I've never stayed at. I would really like to. It looks good. I've visited it. I've eaten at some of the restaurants there, but I've never stayed there. So hopefully one day I'll get to do that, but it is pretty expensive. I mean, even the Pixar Place Hotel where I'm at isn't cheap necessarily. At the time of me staying here, it cost about $350 per night, which isn't too bad, but sometimes it can cost higher. And if you want a premium view room, for instance, it will go up to maybe $450, sometimes $500. So yeah, it's definitely not inexpensive, but it's also the cheapest of the 3 limited Disney hotels that they have here. But I want to quickly talk to you a little bit more about my flight, because obviously it didn't start off the best way with a very stressful situation that happened, unfortunately, because of the mistake that Virgin did. To do a quick recap, and by the way, I've made myself really nice and comfortable here. Yeah, basically this morning, which feels like a long time ago now, I decided to take a chance and just go and check to see if they had any upgrades available, because I was already in premium economy for Virgin, and sometimes it's worth asking on the day if they have any upgrades available to go to upper class, because on the day it will generally be much cheaper than if you were to book it in advance, you know? And that's what I did. I went and spoke to a lovely staff member from Virgin Atlantic at the ticket desk, and she was like, yeah, you can upgrade if you would like to. She asked me where I would like to sit in upper class as well. Like, this is what makes me, you know, confused a little bit, because she gave me the impression that upper class was so empty that I even had options, because she legitimately asked me, would you like an aisle seat? Would you like a window seat? Like, whereabouts would you like to be sat? And I was like, oh, window seat, why not? And then she gave me my ticket, and obviously it wasn't my ticket, it had somebody else's name on it. I mean, I should have probably checked myself. However, the mistake was on their part. I don't understand how they did that. I still just cannot fathom how that mistake can be done. I mean, mistakes happen all over the board, everywhere in life. Like, I understand mistakes can happen, but I'm trying to figure out why and how that particular mistake happened, because this staff member had my passport in her hand when she booked my ticket and when she gave me the upgrade, you know. She literally could see my full name, my photo, everything. She also had my other ticket, my original ticket in premium economy in her hand. So I just don't understand how the mistake happened. I truly am baffled by it. Anyway, she gave me the price, which was about $720. I thought it was a pretty reasonable price. She said it's really good value as well. And I was like, yes, let's go for it. I paid, got the receipt, and I'm really glad that I kept the receipt actually, because that made things easier later on. But yeah, I paid, got the receipt, she gave me my ticket, and it wasn't my ticket really. And then yeah, I went to the lounge, nobody batted an eyelid, everything was fine. And everything went smoothly until obviously it was time to board the plane. So what happened there is that, as normal, I went there, showed them my boarding pass and my passport, and the lady there scanned it, and straight away it beeped like negative. And she was like, oh, have you by any chance like already come through the gate and come back out or something? I was like, no, I haven't. This is literally my first time I've just arrived to the gate. And so she got one of her staff members to come and help her out because she was confused. The other staff member, I didn't get her name, but she was the one who then asked me to actually follow her, and she walked with me onto the plane, which is why I didn't film any of that part. But yeah, she wanted to see what's happening. So I walked with her. She told me to just kind of stand at the entrance of the plane, literally as soon as you step in. And I just kind of waited there while she went to see what's going on and who was in my seat and what had happened. And she was there for about 10-15 minutes, and I don't think she was understanding what's gone wrong. I was by the doors of the plane chatting to a lovely Virgin Atlantic crew member. Her name was Debbie. She was honestly so kind. We were just chatting about normal things, because at that point I couldn't have even imagined such a massive mistake. So I was sure that everything would sort itself out eventually. But yeah, as you know, it didn't. But no, it was a lovely conversation with her. She was chatting about Disneyland and one of her friends who got married in Disneyland and LA and things like that. But as I was waiting with her, I got a phone call, and it was from Virgin Atlantic, and they were like, oh, Samana Sevi, we need to figure out where you are. Boarding's about to close. Where are you? Please come to the gate immediately. And I was like, I am literally on the plane. I've already gone through the gates and everything. But I understand why that would have happened, because of the name situation. Like, I'd gone through, but it wasn't my name. The ticket had somebody else's name. So it was honestly, like, going back to it, it like stresses me out again, because I was so stressed. I hate feeling like I'm a problem, and I felt like I was a problem, you know. I felt felt like people were trying to sort things out for me, and I don't know, it just was such a confusing, stressful situation. The funny thing is though, about 5 minutes later, obviously I was still there at the doors of the airplane with this lovely staff member, Debbie, and they called for me again. This time they did a proper announcement on the plane, and bless her, Debbie answered, and she was like, Samana Seri is literally standing here next to me, so I don't know why she's had a phone call to her. I don't know why, you know, you're doing a massive announcement now because she is here. She was so lovely. She was very kind, and she kind of made me feel at ease. So shout out to Debbie. And then, yeah, after about 15 minutes or so, the problem was eventually solved. The original Virgin Atlantic crew member who had walked to the airplane with me, she managed to figure out eventually. And I felt so bad because obviously she had gone to speak to somebody who was sat in the seat that apparently was mine, but it wasn't because it had somebody else's name on. And I don't know, I just felt so guilty. Like, again, I just don't like being a bother to people. And I felt like I was, even though obviously it wasn't my fault. But yeah, we finally, you know, solved the problem. And she was so confused. Like, she couldn't understand how somebody could have sold me a ticket with somebody else's name on it. And I showed her the receipt as well. And obviously she then, you know, sent all the information to her manager, whoever she was chatting to get my refund sorted, hopefully as soon as possible. I haven't received it quite yet, but I understand because currently in the UK it's like, I don't know, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm sure I'll receive the money back soon. But yeah, it was honestly very stressful. And shout out to some of the other crew members as well, who had kind of figured out what was happening, and they were walking around, and one of them actually offered me some water just because I think she could see how stressed I looked, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that was the situation. And then you saw the flight. The flight was actually nice and pleasant. I managed to sleep quite a lot on it. There was quite a bit of turbulence, especially that first time was pretty scary. But overall, I mean, the seats were comfortable. I felt very lucky to be flying premium economy. It was a really nice seat, especially because there was nobody right next to me. Like I said, I was obviously originally booked to be in premium economy, and I was happy with that. What made things stressful was the fact that they sold me a ticket that wasn't actually under my name, yet they took the money for it. Like, that's what made everything very awkward, I think. Had I not asked for an upgrade, then obviously none of this would have happened. But yeah, it's a very bizarre mistake, and all the Virgin Atlantic crew members were so confused and baffled as to why this had happened, you know. But yeah, like I said, very kind Virgin staff members. And then Debbie, bless her, she actually came to check on me just before we were landing. So huge shout out to her. She came just to see how I was, how I'd found the flight. And I said, you know, it was fine. I'd slept the majority of it. And she said she had actually walked past a couple of times beforehand and she had seen me asleep. But she was so, so lovely. I really appreciated that personal touch of her coming back to me and just seeing how I was, because, you know, she'd seen my distress earlier and what had happened. And she wanted to make sure that I was okay. So huge shout out to Debbie. She made the experience a million times better for me. I mean, as you can imagine, a very stressful situation that was completely out of my hands. I have no idea how it happened. And when things like that happen, I think the best way is good customer service. And Debbie offered that to me. So I just wanted to put that out there. And I'm sure Virgin Atlantic will send me my money back as soon as possible. And yeah, it's fine. Life happens, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to mention it because I had never experienced anything like it ever with any airline. And I love Virgin Atlantic and I'll happily fly with them again. Like, I understand mistakes happen, but it was a very weird one, right? Anyway, as you can see, it's currently 17:40. So almost 6 p.m. and I'm actually very, very hungry. So I'm thinking of getting myself Uber Eats because technically in the UK it's currently around 2 a.m., 2 o'clock in the morning. And the last time I ate anything was when I had that chicken tikka masala, which was very good, by the way, on the flight. But that feels like a long time ago, and it was, I think, around 11 a.m. UK time. Now it's 2 a.m. UK time. So yeah, I do need to eat something, obviously, my dinner. And I was going to head out to downtown Disney, but I'm just very, very tired. And I think the best thing for me would be to take things chill today, especially after the stressful, you know, morning that I had. Sleep early, and then tomorrow morning head to the parks for my first time experiencing the 70th anniversary here in Disneyland, California. So I'm going to have a look at Uber Eats and see what takes my fancy. So as you can see on top over there, Pixar Place Hotel. And they've got Jack in the Box, Carl's Jr.'s, which I actually ordered from last time I was here, the Boiling Crab. Down here we've got Panda Express, Chipotle, Wingsaholic. What else have we got? Chick-fil-A, Wingstop, Jollibee. They've even got McDonald's. Yeah, loads and loads of fast food chains around here. Way more than you can find in London. So yeah, I'm just going to have a scroll through, decide what I want. And actually, whilst we wait for the food, then I'll give you a quick tour of this room too. Okay, I've now ordered. I decided to go for Jack in the Box. Really looking forward to it. It said it should be here within about 20 minutes. So I've got a bit of time to quickly give you a room tour. So there's the door over here. We are in room number 312, like I said, on the 3rd floor. When you come in, this is your view. To your left-hand side, you have a little wardrobe area with quite a lot of space actually. Up there we have a steam iron, you've got some hangers, you've got an actual iron board here, you know, some storage space as well as some extra pillows and blankets down there if you'd like those. Then right next to it over here, you've got your coffee machine, you've got a couple of cups with this nice Luxo Junior ball on them. Then right next to it, you have your coffee machine, you have some cups, you have some more storage up there. And then what do we have down here? Oh yeah, some coffees, there's some Joffrey's condiment kit, some more cups as well, more mugs and glasses down here. And what do we have in the bottom one? Okay, the bottom one is empty. And then this here is your fridge slash cooler. So this was empty when I first arrived here, but I did pick up a couple of things from Target earlier. So you can see I've got a banana there, an orange juice, which I'm looking forward to having with my meal later, a couple of sauces as well. But yeah, it's an empty fridge. You can obviously fill it up if you want. On the other side is where you will find the toilet and the bathroom area. So let me just quickly turn the lights on, there you go. And my favorite thing about this is actually this beautiful artwork. And that same artwork can also be found on the soaps and the body lotion over here, as well as some of the other amenity kits that they give you. But yeah, you've got a nice mirror here. You also have one of these makeup mirrors. You of course get a hairdryer down there. You've got a nice shower, and that's more or less it. Let me slide the door back close. And yeah, the rest is of course the bedroom. And if you're a Pixar fan, you're gonna absolutely love staying at the Pixar Place Hotel here. So this beautiful artwork, we've got Joy, we've got a scene from Coco, Soul, Finding Nemo, Toy Story, absolutely love that, Ratatouille, Remy, and then Up on the left hand side. And then this one has 2 queen size beds. These beds are pretty nice and comfortable, and actually look at the details on them as well. I don't know if you can see, but there is the Pixar ball on them. Very subtle details. You've also got these beautiful Pixar pillows on them as well, like little cushions that obviously you cannot steal. Please don't steal them, but you can enjoy whilst you are staying at the Pixar Place Hotel. You also have another artwork on the other side, which looks so beautiful. I love Bing Bong over there. He looks so cute, and you can actually meet him if you're staying in this hotel as well. Opposite the beds, we have a desk, as well as a full-length mirror over here. Hello. Oh yeah, I also did get myself some bottled water. You've got your bin, you've got a little chair to sit and do some work if you would like to. What have we got here? The Pixar Place Hotel. Oh yeah, a bit of information about this hotel, a little welcome, and then you also get a couple of postcards that you can keep. I really like this one. And the other one is the Great Maple, which is actually the restaurant that they have downstairs. Quick note to say that the restaurant that they do have, the Great Maple, is a table service restaurant, and it does shut for a couple of hours in between. So I think it's open for lunch from around, I want to say 12 o'clock until 3 p.m. And then it opens again from around 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. is what the cast member told me. So yeah, I mean, I could have gone there if I wanted to, but I prefer just eating in my room tonight. I'm tired. And there's no real quick service option here. Also, they don't do any room service either. So really, your main options are either to go downstairs to the Great Maple restaurant, which I have eaten at once before, the food is good, or Uber Eats like I did, or just go to downtown Disney or something. But I wanted to show you this artwork as well because I really enjoy it. Like, I just love the style of it. It looks so cool, and I love how everyone is just following sadness at the very front. I'm trying to see if there's anything else for me to show you. So I also showed you the sofa, I think, earlier. I believe this does turn into a bed. It's a nice sofa as well, I have to say. And then in the middle, let's see what we have here. You do have this beautiful notepad with some subtle Pixar theming, and you are free to take this home with you, as well as this Pixar Place Hotel pen, which I'm definitely going to take. You have a telephone over there, so you can see room 312. You have an alarm clock, I want to say, and I think you can also charge your phone on there if you would like to. And then some more storage area down there. Some nice bedside lamps. Let's see. Oh, that's really cool, actually, how it just flips out of the bed like that. More importantly for me personally is that you get quite a lot of plugs here, especially some USB ones, which is great. But I think that's it for this tour. I have already done a tour of the Pixar Place Hotel before, so you know, I didn't want to go into full detail with this one. But yeah, it's a lovely hotel room and reasonably priced compared to the other 2 hotels, especially the Grand Californian, which is very expensive. But now I'm just going to wait around for my food to arrive. I think I am going to show it to you before I end the vlog because I'm tired and I really need to get some sleep.
2 hours later.
Well, food was good. Really enjoyed that. It is now close to 8 p.m. and I am so tired. I am ready for sleep. However, I'm going to try and stick it out for a little bit longer, maybe stay up for another couple of hours if I can, so that I can get to LA time as soon as possible. And then tomorrow morning, we're heading to Disneyland. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to see my first time experiencing all the 70th anniversary celebrations at Disneyland, California. I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot happening, including the return of Paint the Night, which is one of my favorite nighttime parades that I've never actually seen here in California. I saw it in Hong Kong Disneyland back in 2019, and I'm excited to see it here too. I did want to quickly show you the view again from my window. Looks really cool. I'm also loving that the lights are now lit up in California Adventure, which I'm going to be going to in a couple of days time. So again, if you want to see any videos from Disneyland California, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I'm here for about 10 days and my friend Simone is actually joining me in about 3 days time. So there'll be more vlogs coming with her as well. I'm really looking forward to that. We always have a good laugh together, and we're going to another hotel, an offsite hotel, for about a week, and loads more vlogs coming up with her as well. I'm excited to experience all the stuff in Disneyland with her too, including some really exciting dining reservations that we have, which I'm looking forward to, and you don't want to miss them out either. But yeah, I am tired. I really am tired. Obviously, it was a long travel day, about 11 hours, I think, in the air, and I didn't get much sleep at all the night before either. Really, I need some sleep, desperately need some sleep, but also really excited to head back into both parks, California Adventure and Disneyland, especially tomorrow, to celebrate 70 years of Disneyland being open, the original Disney park, the only Disney park that Walt Disney himself walked in. Very exciting. But yeah, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching this video. A huge shout out to my lovely Patreon members and my YouTube members. You guys are amazing. And yeah, subscribe for more videos. Like I said, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.